I know college can be a very busy time. You're balancing out your classwork. Outside of the class, you're also studying and doing homework. You have to balance out internships, part-time jobs, personal responsibilities, social life. There's just so much on your plate. But regardless, no matter how busy things get, you should still prioritize your fitness, okay? Just because you're in college, that doesn't mean it's an excuse for you to slack off in the gym and go through an excessive amount of weight gain. So stay tuned, because today I'm gonna be going over the how, the why, and what to do to prevent college weight gain. What's up, everyone? David here. Got a new video for y'all today. But before we get into it, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any new videos. Because remember, new videos on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So don't miss out. Now, before we get into it, if you have not already, be sure to check out my Freshman 15 video. Came out last week. The whole point of that video was to explain what exactly is the Freshman 15. Essentially, the 15 pounds of body weight that you gain your first year at college. Now, today's video, we're gonna be going further into depth with that. All right, we're gonna be going into more about why exactly is it that college students seem to gain weight after they graduate high school and they're at their first year in college. All right, college weight gain. That's something we're trying to avoid. We're gonna be going over the how, the why, and what to do to prevent that from happening in the first place. Now, let's talk a little bit about my freshman year of college, academic school year of 2019 to 2020. It was rough for many people, not just because it was the first year of college for them, but also that just so happened to be the year that the world decided to fall apart. All right, y'all remember what happened in 2020? That was the start of the coronavirus, man. We all went to that pandemic. First semester, fall 2019, no big deal, loved college, everything was going smoothly. A couple weeks into spring semester, all of a sudden, lockdown, quarantine, pandemic, man, it really hit a lot of people hard. We were all locked in, no big deal. So not only were people from my year, okay, my freshman year, not only were we gaining the freshman 15, we're also gaining the quarantine or the pandemic 15, however you want to word it. How many of you gained weight just being quarantined at home? You couldn't go out, restaurants were closed, you had to order food to go, gyms were closed definitely. How many of y'all gained weight? How many people, not even if you're in college, how many of y'all's parents, your friends, other people that just have full-time jobs, not even students, how many of y'all just gained weight over the pandemic just from being locked up at home all day? You weren't getting your steps in, you weren't working out, your diet just went down. It was rough. And I remember finally, sophomore year, all online, finally got over that. Junior year, the entire year, all online. Finally, senior year, got back to face-to-face interactions. All of my friends that I had previously seen during that spring semester freshman year, 2.5, 3 years later, I'm finally seeing them freshman year. Man, quarantine did not do them any favors, did not do them justice. You can definitely tell who gained not only the freshman 15, but the quarantine 15, man, we're talking about 30 pounds of weight gain. That was brutal. But even after them, still working on campus, I still see a couple other students occasionally, and you could just see that when you first meet them to where they are now, you could just see how many of them are gaining the weight. But why exactly is this happening? Why does it seem that although you were a previous athlete in high school, you were in shape, you were running every day, you were working out, all of a sudden, now we're here in college and all of that just went out the window. Now we're seeing, the waistline is getting a little thicker, double chin went into a triple chin. Why exactly are we gaining so much fat? Well, there's a multitude of reasons for that. For one, for many of you, it's your new environment. Right? You're not living at home anymore. It's your first time being independent. It's your first time being on your own. You have a little bit more freedom. You can go out wherever it is that you want. Many of you don't even know how to cook, so you're dorming. So now what are you gonna do? You don't know how to cook. You gotta eat something. It's just more convenient for you to go out and eat something at a restaurant. And let's be completely honest, if we're going out to eat at a restaurant, is it realistically something healthy or is it something unhealthy? It's something unhealthy. And many restaurants outside of campus, or even some restaurants inside the campus university itself, they're not the best. High calories, highly processed, high fat, high grease, high oil, everything. I mean, you're just bound to gain weight. For many of us also, if we were previously athletes in high school, when you go to college, maybe you weren't pursuing athletics anymore, okay? You stopped working out. So obviously, if you go from someone who was highly active back then, burning calories nonstop, to all of a sudden not moving around as much, yeah, you're bound to gain weight with that as well. College classes are a lot harder than they were in high school. You're sitting down more often. You're at the library, you're studying, you're reading a textbook. You're not moving around much throughout the day. The only time you are moving is when you walk from class to class. So you do the math. Are you really gonna be burning a lot of calories? If not, are you gonna be gaining weight? Obviously, because you're not burning them. So you see, there's just so many different reasons why you would gain weight in college. But what exactly can we do to avoid it? Well, ultimately, it comes down to how bad do you want it? You want to lose that weight that you previously gained, you got to work towards it. Or if you want to prevent that weight gain from happening in the first place, all right, let's start implementing good habits. Everything that you were doing previously, all right, now we got to build on top of that. So let's start off with the physical part, moving around. When it comes to college, a lot of classes are going to be far apart. I just want to preface by saying, when you're looking at the map, your first day or your first week of semester, those buildings are a lot farther apart than they appear on the map. I see so many people on campus, they ride their scooter, their bike, their skateboard, whatever it is from class to class, which is perfectly fine. It is convenient because like I said, depending on where your classes are located on campus, a lot of them are going to be pretty far apart. But if you're someone who's worried about gaining weight, or if you're someone who already gained the weight and you're trying to burn it off, maybe you should opt out of riding the skateboard, the scooter, all of that, and actually get your steps in throughout the day. Maybe you should actually walk from class to class instead. Once you actually are in class, let's just say whatever building it is, college campuses, a lot of the buildings are multi-story. It's not like our high schools where majority of the buildings were like 2 stories max. No, in college, you're gonna have some buildings where, man, up to like 6, 7, 8 stories tall. It just depends on where you are. How about instead of going on the elevator, you take the stairs? All right, I know it can be tiring, but you can get in shape pretty fast. It's little things like that. Just the amount of calories you can be getting from going up 1 to 2 flights of stairs, that could be the biggest difference between you gaining 15 pounds throughout the semester or just staying in shape, staying at the same body temperature. Y'all see that butterfly? And you staying at that body weight throughout the whole semester. So again, it's just burning more and more calories. For those of you who are commuting to school, all right, you're dorming elsewhere, you have your own apartment, you have your own dorm, and it's quite a distance away from the campus university. Okay, you have to drive to campus. You're gonna be parking somewhere, whether it's out in the street, in the parking lot, inside of campus, whatever it is. A lot of people have the tendency to park as close as possible to the entrance of whatever building it is that they're going to be going into. I mean, how many of you, when you're going to the supermarket, you're going to Costco or any of these stores, how many of you try to park as close as possible to the entrance? It's not going to kill you to park a couple parking spaces back and go through a couple extra steps to actually enter that building. All right, those little steps throughout the day really add up. All right, it's not the end of the world for you to take a couple extra minutes to walk a little bit extra. It will pay off at the end. Just prioritize getting those steps in. Little things add up over time. A couple little steps here and there, a couple little steps here and there. They all come together at the end of the day. Calories burnt are calories burnt. Now, steps themselves are not the only way for you to burn calories. You could actually go ahead and, hit the gym. Build muscle along with that. You want to avoid the college weight gain? All right, well, utilize your college rec center. All right, many college campuses, they have some type of rec center, fitness center, gym. They have something on campus for you to utilize. Majority of the time, they are going to be free because they should have already been paid for in your tuition. And even if they weren't paid for in your tuition, all right, maybe cough up a couple extra bucks each month, pay for the gym membership. All right, get your gains in, work out. Those who have a higher amount of muscle mass will actually burn more calories throughout the rest of the day. We're college students. You're gonna be seated for a long period of time. You're sitting, writing down your notes, reading textbooks, reading through your flashcards, whatever it is. Although you're not moving around a lot because you're sitting at a chair, at a desk, doesn't mean you're not burning calories. However, the amount of calories you are burning there doing nothing, being sedentary, is going to vary depending on how much muscle mass you have. The person that has the higher amount of muscle mass, they're going to be burning a lot more calories just sitting around there doing nothing compared to someone who doesn't have as much. Okay, this is right here is what's called your basal metabolic rate. Pretty much the amount of calories you're burning just there at a resting state. Okay, you need to build muscle. Again, it can be a little difficult to find time to work out throughout the day. You're just so busy. You got work, you got internships, class schedule, studying, homework, all these different things. But hey, occasionally you got to find some time to work out. Don't know when to squeeze it in, don't know how to squeeze it in, go ahead and check out my other videos. I got plenty of videos that I previously released before this one talking about all the different types of workouts that college students can do depending on if they have a busy schedule. I've had other videos showing how you can balance out all the different aspects of college so you don't have to keep skipping your workouts. So definitely start utilizing those. Now, along with that, we also have the diet. It's not just about the burning the calories. You're also gonna be talking about the calories that you're intaking. Many people, they're gonna be dorming, okay? When you dorm, at most you might just have a mini fridge, right? You have to utilize the campus cafeteria if you're on a meal plan, or you might have to be going out and eating at restaurants elsewhere, whatever it may be. Just be real mindful about the type of foods that you're getting. If we're at the school cafeteria, there's healthy options and there's unhealthy options. You gotta really boil it down to, how bad do you want your results? If you already gained the weight, all right, now you got to swap it out for healthier options. If you're trying to avoid the weight gain, all right, start eating healthy from the beginning. Make sure you get your protein, your carbs, your fats, eat the salads. A lot of these cafeterias, they do sell fruits and vegetables. Or I shouldn't say sell, you already paid for it in your meal plan. They already serve fruits and vegetables, but you're just choosing not to eat them. Go ahead and fill yourself up with the fruits and vegetables, lower calorie foods, but at a higher volume, fills up your stomach, and then go ahead and eat the higher calorie foods. It lowers the risk of you eating so much of that high calorie food. So that's one way to go about it. When you're going out at a restaurant, maybe you just have no choice. You have to, okay, that's perfectly fine. When you go out to those restaurants, try to find healthier options, all right? Instead of going to KFC, eating some fried chicken, all right, how about we go to a little bit of a healthier option? How about we go to Chipotle instead? It's a little bit healthier, again, but even then, when you go to these type of places where you get to customize your own meal, a lot of you start off strong. You get a good amount of protein, carbs, fats, whatever, but then you ruin it towards the end by drenching it in these sauces that are just excessive in calories, are so much sour cream, so much guac, everything, just, you overdo it. And then with that, you also buy some type of soft drink. Okay, how about instead of drinking a Coke or a Sprite or a Fanta with that, how about instead you drink some water, all right? Liquid calories add up, believe it or not. Many of you might not know this, but liquid calories, it's a lot easier to get them down than solid food calories. So you gotta opt for drinking the lower calorie options. Drink water, all right? 0 calories, 0 fat, 0 gluten. Water is king. You need it to stay hydrated. Take that into account. Now, once you're back in your dorm, let's just say you go back to doing your homework, studying, whatever it is you got to do for your schoolwork. Occasionally, we're human. We get hungry here and there, but we don't want a full-on meal. We need snacks. Now, the type of snacks that you're going to be eating, again, those calories add up throughout the day. How many of you in your dorm, you got crackers, you got cookies, you got chips, just unhealthy, high-calorie snacks, when instead we could be opting for lower-calorie, healthier snacks to avoid the excessive weight gain? How about instead of, snacking on some Snickers, some Kit Kats, any of these other type of candies, cookies, Oreos, Chips Ahoy, those type of things? How about instead, we eat a banana, we eat an apple, how about some chopped up fruit? How about a little bag of baby carrots? Something a little healthier, believe it or not, will make a big difference in the amount of weight that you would potentially gain. Now, there's actually a third component to this that I feel many people overlook when it comes to, they're trying to avoid the freshman 15, they're not trying to gain so much weight, and it's actually your sleep. And many college students, this is something they highly, highly overlook. This is something they definitely just completely falls apart. You're staying up late for a multitude of reasons. Either you're studying, or you got a test tomorrow morning, or you're just going out and partying, your sleep is taking a hit. Sleep quality and quantity have a huge role in your overall body composition. There's research that shows that, if you have poor sleep habits, inconsistent sleep schedule, not enough sleep in the first place, just everything just going downhill when it comes to when you go to sleep at night, man, you don't think your body weight is going to be reflecting that? The worse your sleep quality is, the higher that body fat percentage can go. There is research showing that there is a correlation between the two. So if you want to avoid that college weight gain, how about you get your sleep habits in check? Stop staying up so late, all right? Stop scrolling through TikTok, stop binge watching Netflix. How about you stop procrastinating on your assignments for the last minute, doing them all the night before, and actually do them ahead of time, and maybe as soon as the professor assigns them to you, and actually prioritize going to sleep at the same time each night, waking up at the same time each day, getting good quality sleep each night. And believe it or not only will it affect positively your weight gain, you won't be gaining so much body fat, but maybe it will actually help you perform better in your class assignments, your attention, your memory, information retention, all that stuff. I already made a video showing how college students will perform better with their mental health if they prioritize their sleep. Believe it or not, all these little things add up, but you are not utilizing them. You're not doing it to your advantage, and then you're here wondering why you're gaining all this weight, why you're not performing as well as you should. So ultimately, when it comes down to it, college weight gain, does it happen from time to time? Obviously. The reasons why: we're not moving around as much, we're eating horribly, Sleep is definitely not there. But if you actually take the steps towards improving those 3 aspects, then boom, you're in luck. You won't go through that freshman 15, all right? You won't experience the college weight gain. Instead, maybe you'll actually be gaining weight, but it'll be through muscle and you'll actually end up looking a lot better. But at the end of the day, if you want it bad enough, you'll take the steps to prevent that weight gain and you'll take the steps towards living a better and healthier lifestyle. The better and healthier lifestyle you'll live, man, you'll be surprised. Not only will the physical changes show up in your body, but it will carry over to, your mood, your mindset, your mental health, which mental health, you can retain all this information better. You'll perform better in college. Everything is correlated with everything. You improve in one aspect, boom, that positive energy, all that stuff will apply elsewhere. You just got to put in the effort. You just got to take those steps. How bad do you want it? Comment down below if this video was helpful. Comment down below what were some things that you did to avoid the college weight gain, or if you did have to go through that, what did you do to try to lose that weight as well? Let's try to help each other out. Also, comment down below any other video suggestions you'd like to see me do, whether it be about mindset, motivation, nutrition, diets, workouts, programs, whatever it is, comment down below. I'd be more than happy to help you all out. Be sure to subscribe not just to this channel, but my girlfriend's channel and our couple's channel so you don't miss on any new videos. Because remember, new videos every week across the board for all 3 channels. For this channel specifically, new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So don't miss out. And then Instagram and TikTok, same thing. Be sure to follow me on my accounts, girlfriend's accounts, couple's accounts. I put all the links down in the description below. That being said, I'll catch y'all next time.